What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news, finally, concerning Oleksandr Usyk, Devin Haney, and Vasyl Lomachenko. Get this, Usyk on the Haney-Lomachenko fight, he says, quote, "I had it 115 to 113 for Loma. His efforts were not appreciated." Okay, he goes on to say that Usyk said that he believes the judges simply gave Haney, 24 years of age, the benefit of the doubt. "I think it was just poor judging," Usyk said when asked to identify a reason for the verdict. He said, quote, "They paved the way for a young kid to go forward in his career, and they did not appreciate the efforts of the longtime champion, a very skilled performer, Vasyl Lomachenko. His efforts were not appreciated. That's my opinion." He said 115 to 113 in favor of Loma. "That is my scorecard." Usyk told Seconds Out in an interview that it was interpreted by Usyk's promoter, Alexander Usyk. He said, "I am sure that Vasily Lomachenko was robbed in this fight." And let me counterpunch. First of all, Vasily Lomachenko and Oleksandr Usyk are stablemates. He said later on in this interview, they're like brothers. And he mentioned the crying, okay? Why Lomachenko cried. And he said he believes that it was linked to his son calling him 7 or 8 times, before the fight, asking, are you going to defeat them? Are you going to bring this home? And he said the thought of him wanting him to do that or to get the win so bad disappointed his son. That was the reason for the tears. Now, my counterpunch on Oleksandr Usyk is, Usyk could have been in the same position if you really think about it. Look at the first Joshua fight. You know what I mean? A lot of people thought that was a lot farther than those being close. Look at the second fight. The second fight was even closer. It was a split decision. So somebody had it for Joshua winning. Okay, so, if anything, Oleksandr Usyk being 35 years of age, the same age as Lomachenko right now, fighting someone younger, he could be put in the same situation, And he's right. I don't know if he heard me or not. Probably not. But at the end of the day, I do think they gambled with the long fortitude of a younger fighter, because you can carry another fighter. He has his whole career ahead of him versus Vasily is on the ass end of his career. See, Vasily could retire right now and forget about boxing and worry about his country like he was doing before he came out of the war to go back into the sport. Whereas, Haney, this is the beginning. If he gets beat by Loma, that's a strike against somebody that's really not that popular anyway. Sure, he's the undisputed, undefeated lightweight champion of the world. And he made a lot of money with Eddie Hearn, but he is not on the top of the echelon. If anything, people think about the lightweight division, they think of Tank Davis, they think of Shakur Stevenson, they think of Ryan Garcia, they think of those guys. Then you got Devin Haney along with other people on down the road. But I think Oleksandr Usyk is right about they picked and they gave the younger fighter the benefit of the doubt. However, 115 to 113 is not a robbery. It's not. That's 7 rounds to 5. You could easily, if it was that close, 7 to 5, that means that's 2 points. So that means somebody could have saw it 6-6. It could have been a draw even. So if you'd have had it a draw, would people be that outraged? No, they wouldn't. Because Lomachenko, I think he beat Haney. But it wasn't by a massive amount, because Haney was in there defending what he was his and doing the best that he could. And he did what he had to do, or he could do. He went to the body. He did not climb up like a lot of those fighters when they're taking those punches from those angles. A guy switching and boom, boom, and switching and boom, boom, and coming in. Like Haney was getting caught with shots that he wasn't familiar with. We heard what he said to his father in the corner, that, hey, he's figured me out, and I can't do anything about it. What do I do? And his father was giving him instruction. Shout out to Bill Haney because, his dad kept him remaining calm. If dad would have freaked out and started, well, this is what you got to do. You got to bite down and fight, like a lot of trainers do because they get emotionally in there. Bill Haney was the one that says, that's all right. It's one and done. Slip under that shot when he coming with the shot because you know what he's going to throw, that left. Okay? Because he's going to the left, right? So, he was calm about that. But it was a close, anticipated fight. It wasn't like that. When I saw it, and inebriated as I was, if you guys remember the live, it was historic, right? But it was rare. And I said, no, he's not going to get the decision because Lomachenko didn't do anything spectacular. He did very well, but he didn't do spectacular. He did enough to win if he was the champion. But he wasn't. He had to go above and beyond because, of course, I believe there were politics at play. I think because he was older, he was on his way out, is not marketable enough to snatch a young guy's undefeated record from him, especially him starting off because they could make more money with other fighters, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, or even Ryan Garcia, even Teofimo Lopez. So he has a lot of people that he can fault. Loma has fought Teofimo before and lost. Now he's fought Haney and lost. So the narrative of this story, was that Loma is on his way out. Loma's missing a step. Loma's not the same fighter. Loma is the same fighter. He's just older. He has no time to sit around. Floyd Mayweather said this, and it stuck with me. He said, Vasyl Lomachenko, nobody told him to stay in the amateurs that long. He stayed in amateurs. He wasted 8 years in the Olympics. Nobody told him to do that. He just should have went pro. Lomachenko's the past. Tank Davis is the future. You guys remember that? Floyd was saying that. And Floyd knew, we're going to wait this guy out. Okay, and if he can't knock you out or make you quit, Lomachenko, more than likely he's going to lose a decision. He can fight tough fights like this. He's going to be similar to a Sean Porter-like career. That Sean Porter fought everyone, and he was stopped at the very end by Terrence Crawford. Well, it was called off by Kenny Porter. But even though he's going to be in close decisions like Sean Porter was with Errol Spence, like he was with Keith Thurman. Okay, so, he's going to run into those type of fights. So if he's ready to fight, he's ready to do it again, more power to him. But I think he's going to have to start knocking these young guys out to win a fight. Okay, because he's going to have to snatch the politics right up and under them to keep that from being an equation. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk responding to the Lomachenko-Haney decision. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!